If you've ever asked yourself why you just can't seem to stay motivated or why you keep slipping up when you need to commit to a new diet or new workout routine, then this one's going to be for you. All right, today I'm going to share a few things that will help you better understand if you're doing something that a lot of people don't even realize, which is getting in your own way. Because a lot of times we do this subconsciously, or we're not even aware that we're making certain choices or decisions that are sabotaging all of our best intentions. And so sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
Welcome to the vshred Better Body, Better Life podcast, where we help you live your best life while working on your health and fitness goals. We're here to make your journey fun and inspiring.
What's going on, everyone? Vince here, and I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm very excited to have you here on our latest episode of the vshred Better Body, Better Life podcast. And I'm glad you could join me today for a new episode around mindset blocks. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the warning signs that you're getting in your own way. All right, so let me know if any of these sound familiar. All right, do you compare yourself to others on social media or in real life? Do you think that you have to follow a diet perfectly every day to get results? Do you get frustrated when your day doesn't go as expected and you had to fall off your diet or you had to skip a workout? Do you expect to mess up? And yes, this is a thing. You often tell yourself something like, well, I'm going to mess up anyway. Do you blame others for giving you unhealthy food or making you eat out? Do you think that you have to do a full workout every scheduled day to be making any progress? Or do you procrastinate starting a diet or a workout program in hopes of having more motivation later? Now, some of these are pretty common signs, and you might be aware of them already, honestly, but others might not necessarily be that high on your awareness radar. And so the more that you can catch what you find yourself doing and saying to yourself, the easier it'll be for you to change it. So take a minute just to pause and rewind to that list again if you need to, and either jot down all of those or take a mental note of what sticks out to you the most, what sounded familiar to you. And if you chose, say, at least 3 of those, then there's a pretty good chance that you're probably sabotaging yourself right now, maybe without even realizing it. And for most people, this little exercise can be very, very eye-opening. And so now what I want to do is talk a little bit about how to stop the cycle, right? Because once you know what types of thoughts you're having, you can pay more attention to them. When that thought pops into your head, just catch it. Catch yourself and quickly change it to something positive. For example, when you say something like, well, I'm going to mess this up anyway, just catch yourself real quick and say, well, I'm fairly confident I can do this, and let it be. This is called reframing. Both thoughts carry the same weight in your mind. The second one, however, leans towards a more positive outcome. And believe it or not, your brain and your body respond to positive thoughts very differently than negative thoughts. And neuroscience tells us that thoughts can set off a series of chain reactions in your mind and in your body. That's how powerful they are. That's why the power of manifestation is a real thing. And so what you can do is quickly change your thought process. It's like a quick little switch over, right? But you have to be ready with the thought that you want to replace it with, or you'll set off the wrong set of chain reactions almost automatically. And so this does take some practice. But when you start to do it regularly, it can be very, very powerful. So just think about all the negative things that you might say to yourself in any given day. Maybe it's around what you look like, or frustration about how you couldn't get the scale to move in the right direction today, or you get upset at yourself for giving into that chocolate cake at that birthday party or the cookies that you said you weren't going to touch. Whatever the negative thoughts that are swirling around in your mind are, try and catch yourself saying or thinking them. And as soon as you do that, do the reframe. For example, saying, I hate how I look in these jeans today, could quickly change to, I don't like how these jeans look on me today, but I'm working on myself. Saying something like, I hate the scale, you could quickly change that to, let's see what the scale says I weigh today because I'm doing my best to change that this week. See where I'm going with this? The goal is to replace those negative, angry, emotion-fueled thoughts with positive, calm, and supportive thoughts instead. And as I mentioned a second ago, this does take time and it does take practice, but you can do it virtually anytime you want. The key is catching yourself in those negative thought patterns and almost arresting the thought so it doesn't affect you. And so I definitely want you to try that this week because it can be a very powerful tool when you make it a habit. And I promise it will make your day-to-day life just a little less stressful and make your fitness journey just a little more enjoyable. Okay. And of course, if you guys ever need some extra help with mindset, with managing your thoughts, I do have a team of elite level coaches standing by to help you with this part of the equation of fitness, because it's not always about eating the right foods and doing the right workouts. A lot of your results are going to come from how you think. And I'm not kidding. And we have thousands of clients now who have undergone incredible transformations with our one-on-one VIP coaching program, where they not only learned about healthy eating and lifestyle habits, but they also learned reframing and mindset techniques that help them get results faster. And so if this is something that you want to learn more about, there's a link down below on this page. Just hit the link that's in the description for all the details. But that's all for today, guys. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope today's episode was helpful for you. If it was, feel free to drop a few takeaways that you learned in our Facebook group so that some others can learn from you. But that's all for this one. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of vShred's Better Body, Better Life podcast. Whether you're doing one of our programs, taking our supplements, or just doing things on your own, tune in every week for exclusive content with Vince, vShred trainers, and special guests as they share valuable tips around motivation, workouts, food, and living a healthier lifestyle. See you next time.